Well, if you're in Vegas, we call it Yo 11. What's up, everybody? I'm Jim Rodriguez, and welcome to the Hump Day. Dodgers latest here on our YouTube channel. Big numbers yesterday, and also that subscriber count keeps going up, so we thank you for it. Please give us that thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, and of course you can always hit me up on Instagram and on X right there at JRodShow. And yeah, the Dodgers busted out the whooping stick, right? They beat the Rockies 11-4, 11 runs, 18 hits for the Dodgers. We haven't seen that kind of performance in a bit. Everybody played, everybody hit, every starter had a hit in the game. Will Smith was one of the highlights, of course. He had 3 hits. He now continues to lead the National League in batting average at .308, leads the National League in on-base percentage as well. And all this as a catcher, by the way. That's what makes it oh so impressive. Otani, his 44th home run of the year. He ties Kyle Schwarber of the Phillies with those 44 home runs. And then the number that to me is why he should be the MVP. He now has 120 runs scored. That leads the majors. And oh, by the way, he's pitching today, by the way. Teoscar, Mookie, Miguel Rojas, Freeman, each of those guys had 2 hits. And Emmett Sheehan, six innings, 4 earned runs, and 7 strikeouts. All in all, just about as perfect a game as you can get as the Dodgers roll over the Rockies 11-4. And, I think that was kind of... listening to Oral Hershiser last night on the broadcast, that's kind of what you expect, right? That's what you're supposed to do. You got a bad Rockies team, a struggling left-handed pitcher, and the Dodgers went out and jumped all over them. We're up 7-0 in the blink of an eye and ended up winning 11-4. That's what you got to do. Good to see Eric Carros' son hit a home run as the next generation has started already. Dodgers have another one of the Carros boys in their organization as a pitcher, so the future is bright in the Carros family as well. Padres also won, so the Dodgers continue to lead the West by 2, but just another day off the calendar as we get close to the postseason. And something to keep in mind also, the Dodgers are fighting the Phillies for the number 2 seed in the National League. Dodgers are a game behind the Phillies in that aspect. By the way, the Dodgers and Phillies will meet in late September over at Dodger Stadium. Little quirk of the schedule. Dodgers still have games with the Phillies, and they end the season in Seattle. So, the idea is to get to that finish line in Seattle with nothing to play for the Dodgers, because the Mariners will be fighting for not only for the division, but for a wild card in the American League. So interesting matchups coming up in September. And, of course, the Dodgers trying to get that 2 seed, or one of the 2 seeds, because obviously, as we know, 1 and 2 get the week off. That's been a controversy in the past, whether that's actually good or not. But 1 or 2 go right to the division series, and then they don't have to play that funky 3-game series, best of 3 wild card series. You don't have to travel, and that the higher seed gets all 3 home games potentially, but Dodgers don't want any part of that. Want to take that week off, especially with this banged up bullpen and whatever starters that they may need some rest, and go right into the division series that first weekend of the baseball playoffs. So interesting, lots to still play for, and of course the Dodgers and Padres getting together at Petco Park this weekend as the Dodgers continue to lead the West by 2. All in all, an impressive night. Even Teoscar Hernandez, we couldn't really complain about his outfield play. I will say this, though. A lot of the balls, he got a lot of action last night, but a lot of the balls were hit directly at him. There wasn't any much where he had to go cut off balls in the outfield or cut off base hits in the outfield. They were all hit right at him, so it was one of those things that kind of restored our faith in Teoscar in right field if the ball is hit right at him. And, of course, he ended up catching the last out of the game, a foul pop-up down the right field line. So, all in all, great night for the Dodgers as they sort of erased the bad taste of Monday's walk-off loss. And it's on to the next day, and it's on to Otani Day. But before we do that, we got to give Alex a call. We hadn't forgotten about him when we mentioned all those hits. Have a night, Alex Call. A career night. 4 hits, a home run. He was a triple shy of the cycle. I know they were rooting for it in the broadcast. And I'll tell you what, he had only, since the Dodgers acquired him from the trading deadline from the Washington Nationals, he had only had 4 hits as a Dodger. So he matched his season total with the Dodgers with a 4-hit night last night. And I thought it was very funny what I saw in the post-game interview with Kristen Watson, where he said, listen, I know I'm a great player. I'm here to show off, and I'm here to do my thing. I just got to do my thing. And, you got to love that sort of attitude in the face of, a little bit, you're getting to a new ball club. You go from the Washington Nationals, who aren't playing for a damn thing, to all of a sudden a team that's expected not only to get to the World Series, but to win the World Series. And to be all of a sudden, hey, you got to be a major contributor. And then the whole Conforto factor and the bench factor. And, he struggled at first to make the adjustments, but it looks like, as Denver and Coors Field always is, it's a great sort of panacea for all that ails you. And he busted out last night, so congrats to Alex Call on a career night. 4 for 5, a home run, 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs, a complete night for him. And that's what they got him for, as there was a left-hander on the mound. Not sure if we'll see him today, as the Rockies will have a right-hander on the mound and probably be a Conforto day. So here we go again as we start to froth the waters. But the Dodgers, again, got to bed with a happy note as they went on and win the games. All right, so let's turn the page and let's go move on to today. It's an Otani day. He will be on the mound tonight. And we talked about it yesterday on the show that it probably will mean, as he pitches today, he might not play at all tomorrow. Tomorrow is a day game after a night game. It's a Kershaw day, but it's an afternoon game. And as the Dodgers get ready to play the Padres over the weekend, the idea from Dave Roberts was, listen, let's try to air him out a little bit. The goal is to go 5 innings tonight. He went 4 1/3 and 80 pitches his last time out against the Angels. The goal is to maybe push him up a little bit, maybe 85 pitches, and maybe try to go 5 innings. It's a tall task in Denver and that thin air, but that's the idea, to try to sort of loosen him up a little bit and stretch him out as we get ever so closer to the postseason. And Otani pitching and is a distinct possibility, and starting and opening games is a distinct possibility. So look for Otani to try to go maybe 85 pitches and 5 innings tonight. Emmett Sheehan did a great job last night, kind of battled through it. 6 innings, 4 earned, 7 Ks for the win, continuing that stretch of at least 5 innings for a Dodger starter, going back to the Padres series at Dodger Stadium. So that is now 5 games in a row that a Dodger starter has gone at least 5. In fact, 4 of the 5 starters have gone at least 6, with Yamamoto going 7 innings on Monday night. So let's keep it going. Hopefully Otani can get to 5 innings, and then it'll be curious to see if he indeed takes Thursday afternoon off as they get ready for the Padres. Padres, meanwhile, continue their series with the Giants, so we'll continue to monitor those as the Dodgers, again, 2-game lead in the National League West, 1 game behind the Phillies, who are hosting the Mariners, and the Dodgers trying to catch the Phillies for the number 2 seed in the National League and get that first-round bye and go directly into the division series. All right. Always ask you to be part of the show. We've got tons of comments for you. And, of course, we kind of hit a nerve yesterday, right, with our talk about Teoscar Hernandez in right field. So let's get right to it here. We always invite you to be part of it here on our YouTube channel to comment. And this is from Lawrence, who says, I've been saying this for months. I love Teo, but his play in right field's cost the Dodgers more than 1 game this season. Dodgers should have traded for another infielder and put Mookie back in right and Teo in left in July. Good thing Alex Freeland is proving his worth. Darn right. He made a great play yesterday as he's playing third base for Max Muncy. They can still move Mookie in right. Maybe during the next 3 Rockies games would be perfect timing. Don't know if that's going to happen. We know that Mookie and the Dodgers brass had a kind of a closed-door meeting. Still don't know what that was about, but whether it was maybe, is he going to be back in right field when Hae-Sung Kim and Kike Hernandez come back? Not sure, but we always appreciate the note. Lawrence is a loyal listener, follower, and viewer of the program. We want you to be part of that as well. So make sure you hit us up here on our Dodgers YouTube page. Hey, good notes out of Oklahoma City. Dodgers are in Tacoma. Victor Robles, by the way, of Tacoma. Did you see that? He threw a bat at a pitcher, got suspended a bunch of games. Well, none of that, thankfully, but both Kirby Yates and Tanner Scott pitched scoreless innings last night in Tacoma as the Dodgers trying to get them back. Again, the timeline they're thinking is maybe next homestand as the Dodgers host the Reds and the Diamondbacks after that series in San Diego. So it looks like little by little, people trying to get whole. We know the starting pitching has been great. We know the hitting erupted last night. Well, now we got to get that bullpen as we get ready for that postseason push. Remember, hit me up right there on X and on Instagram at JRodShow. Appreciate the community continuing to grow. Tonight, Otani. Tomorrow, Kershaw. And then the Padres. And, of course, we'll have it all for you right here on Dodgers Latest. I'm Jim Rodriguez. And remember, it's always time for Dodger baseball.